Hi guys, and welcome to the Light Tanks 9.18 test server with LTG. Today we're going to have a look at one of the new tanks being introduced this patch. This is the LTG, the new Tier 7 Russian light tank. Don't really know what to say about this thing. It comes with a 85mm gun with an okay penetration of 144 on standard ammunition and 194 on the premium ammunition. It's got relatively strong frontal turret armour at 110, but the hull is only 40 all round, as you can see there. 880 hit points isn't bad for a light tank anyway, and it's, well, it certainly won't win any good looks competitions. This thing is ugly. Mobility wise, as you can see here, it's got 63 km/h top speed and a reasonable power to weight ratio of over 25. Now, my equipment setup I'd recommend with this would be vertical stabilizer, as you're a light tank. Oh, sorry. I'd probably go for gun rammer, because gun rammer is always a standard one. And you either want improved vents, possibly camouflage net, or coated optics. Now I'm going to run with improved vents for the purpose of testing this, but depending whether you prefer active scouting, passive scouting, whatever, your equipment fit may vary. Now skills wise, I'd recommend going for 6th Sense first on the commander. After that, I forgot to check this, I would probably recommend going for recon as a second skill, just to extend your view range a bit. I mean, the view range on this thing is pretty good at 400, but extending it means you can spot them quicker than they can spot you. Now I've gone for snapshot on the gunner, which is good enough if you're going to be firing on the move. And for the driver, I've gone for smooth ride, but you could just as easily take off-road driving, or potentially even clutch braking, just to try and make yourself less likely to get hit on the move. And then for loader, I've taken situational awareness to start to increase that view range further. Obviously, your skills may vary. I'm no unicorn player. My stats say I'm a little bit below average, but I'm improving, and that's all that really matters to me. So I'm going to jump into this first match. Hopefully we won't get completely screwed over in the matchmaker, and just see how well this thing actually works out in a real battle. Okay, so here we are on the cliff map. It's standard battle. It's tier 9 match, but only 3 tier 9s on either side, so it's not too bad. So I'm going to take this thing out for a spin, see how it performs, how fast it accelerates and what have you, and see if I can do any good. Disclaimer at this point, I'm not a light tank driver. I usually cannot stand driving light tanks at all, apart from the LTTB on the live server at the moment, but I think I'm going to hate that when it gets pushed up to tier 8. So all I can say is, it's pretty quick, keeping up with the Batshat 12T, another new tank there, and the Type 62. T71, Centurion 7.1 as well, since that thing had a buff in the last patch. Appears to have average gun depression, I haven't looked at the actual stats, and very good gun elevation, and it certainly does stick to the ground quite nicely. So I'm going to plough up here. Oh, that's the new stun mechanic in action there. People's skills being reduced, and that was just stupid, completely missed that. Ooh, let's get moving again. I am not going to survive this climb, I don't think. And now also, repair kits, fire extinguishers and med kits do have a cooldown now, which is useful with that new stun mechanic, because the repair kit does bring your crew back up to 100% combat effectiveness. And yeah. So that was a bad call by me, but that's the manoeuvrability, and it certainly is a very manoeuvrable tank. I'm going to jump into another match and hopefully see a bit more how it handles on the offensive. Okay guys, we're here again, this time in a tier 8 match, and we're going to see what we can do this time round. See if we can actually not just get completely mullered. Now, as we're on the Sacred Valley map, the heavies would usually head off to the northwestern corner over there, so I'm going to head up to the east, hopefully with a little bit of backup. Yes, I do have some backup, that's always good. And I'm going to see if we can put this tank to any good use up here, hopefully getting here before the rush of light tanks from the enemy team. 3 artillery in each team, so I thought they were doing limiting matchmaker, limiting to 2, but who knows, I don't read all the patch notes on these things. I probably should. And there we have a first enemy, Panther M10, who is really regretting his life choices, and I'm having some really bad lag at the moment. I don't particularly want to get shot by him. Crew's stunned, but that's finished now. So I'm going to see, unfortunately that guy's looking at me, which I don't like. But I did manage to get a shot into him. This thing does react quite quickly, forwards and backwards, when you don't have a little lag spike like I did a minute ago. So I'm going to maybe get a bit aggressive here. Can I see if I can spot that SU-152? Avoid being shot by enemy artillery. Whoa, I'm not going to ask how he got up there. So can I get a shot into that guy? Not at the moment, but if he pulls back I might be able to. Yep. Hello, sir. Surprise! Too slow! So I've killed him. I'm hopefully no longer spotted. Oh. Enemy LTG. Right, this thing doesn't fire that accurately during traverse. But there's 2 of us hunting him, so he's not getting away. I just took a shot at the butt from them. But that's okay, because now we're hunting artillery. And that's the enemy artillery completely eliminated. So now I'm going to push and try and help out over on this flank, dealing with the remaining enemy tanks. Especially since that thing has been taken out up there. I will try and work out how he got up there so I can share that with you guys. Right, T-69's advancing down there, so I shouldn't need to deal with that stair at Warthunder. Oh. But I'm going to charge down here anyway, just to try and save our artillery. This is not a phrase you usually hear from light tanks, I know. Until I don't usually drive them. Assassinate the Oni on the way past, and my friendly LTG has taken out the Warthunder, so now there's just a few heavies to take out. Unfortunately, I don't know whether I can actually damage the IS-6, so I'm going to switch to the skill and just see what I can do if he... Oh crap, there he is. Yes, loading skill, you can take on IS-6s. And I'm probably not going to survive this. There we go. Saw that one coming. You can't take on IS-6s if you just auto-aim, apparently. And I'm really hoping the team don't now lose, because that would be kind of embarrassing. Especially when the two LTGs between them took out 6 of the enemy tanks. Okay, so here we are with the results. Now, I got medal I've never seen before, the Orlix medal, for taking out 2 enemy tanks or tank destroyers in a light tank, and yeah, killed 4. First class mastery, so that's, well, not bad, better than 95% of people playing the tank on the test server at the moment. And I came top on experience, which I'm really pleased about, actually. Detailed report: 11 out of 15 shots penetrated, 13 hit, and 1500 damage, and yeah, 500 assisted damage isn't great, but obviously I did something right to come top on the team on experience. Unsurprisingly, the S51 came quite high up, and the T69 are only other surviving member, but yeah. So that's my first look at this, the LTG, and that was my first 2 matches you saw. Getting absolutely annihilated in the first one, and then actually doing not too bad in the second. What do you think of this tank? Apart from the fact it's ugly, let me know in the comments or whatever. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will catch you next time.